Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you're feeling inside. Just can take you out of my mind. And I gotta wake up without myself tomorrow. Try to confront every wall that you said. Even after you left, all this gap turned out to become sorrow. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you feel inside. This can take you out of my mind. You gotta sit in your eyes. Try to confront the skies. Can you feel my outside? But when the night fell, all my thoughts went to sleep. It gets harder to breathe, and I got marked by your eyes now and forever. Your decision, your lies, dancing with the disguise. When my hatred will rise, we'll realize that we're never meant to be together. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you feel inside. Just can take you out of my mind. You gotta sit in your eyes. Try to confront the skies. Can you feel my outside?
club. All access when I walk in the club.
We're online, ready to fire away. A digital breeze from cybernet seas. We may not make it out of the bay. Just unwind, it doesn't matter anyway. Try not to freeze or throw away the keys. The predator is now the prey. Things could be different. Things could be alright. Things could be innocent when dark becomes light. We're online, ready to fire away. Powered by a dream, connected to a screen. The revo's in 4K. When dark becomes light, we're online.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on in to another week here of Apollo Racing Club ACF1 action. It is round 5 of the ACF1 series, and we are headed to Canada. Excuse me, this should be round 6. And right now, Cody Lawrence leading the championship right now by 129 points. In second place, Fox was 76. Danny Hernandez, in third with 63 points. I'm Adam Evie 500. Joining me all the way across the pond tonight is going to be James Williamson. James, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine, Adam. We're looking forward to this race here at Montreal. Should be a good contest. Hopefully someone can give Cody Lawrence a run for his money tonight, as we saw at Baku with Charles Bertrand. But looking at the title picture, you can already see, it's looking very much like Cody's title to win at this point.
He is on 5 race wins in a row here this season, and he's looking for his 6th, and I think it would be his 8th or 9th in a row, something like that. Pretty much going back last season. So we have quite a few drivers here tonight here at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. We have, looks like 18 here so far checked in. So it should be an interesting night. Cody Lawrence fastest overall with a 110.9 1:11.395. Kieran Fox second quick, a 1:11.3. Last week, Fox has placed second in the last 3 races. So he's on a mission right now to maintain that second spot.
It certainly is. I mean, if there's a former champion here, Adam, so he's certainly no slouch when it comes to these cars. So we'll see if he can maintain that position. Maybe, try and see if he can gain something on Cody Lawrence tonight. But 14 minutes to qualify and 19 drivers, you say, lined up. Not a very long track, so traffic could be a factor for a lot of people here. Let's see how they handle this, as Danny Hernandez is leading the way, I believe.
Yep, Danny Hernandez.
Just giving his fake name. Oh, it's his real name. There we go.
Yep, it's Danny Hernandez. So, Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, a 2.7 mile long circuit in Montreal, Quebec, where hosts the Canadian Grand Prix for Formula One. It's a good little circuit. I mean, of course, corners like the Wall of Champions. You got to be careful of that corner. Some guys are going to be caught out there tonight. Also talks about potential fuel saving having to come into play tonight. It's going to be very difficult to go flat out for the length of the race tonight on fuel.
Yeah, it's certainly one of the highest fuel tracks on the calendar, and our drivers will be tested on that tonight, I'm sure. But like you said, this is a very testing track anyway. The wall, you can see how close the walls are. Where a mistake here punished heavily is Danny Hernandez now starting his flying lap, going past the Wall of Champions. See how many people end up in there tonight.
That will be one of the. I wish I had another computer for another camera angle just pointed at the Wall of Champions. Just had at the bottom corner of the screen, just so we could keep an eye on it. But Danny Hernandez now starting us off here in qualifying, now coming into turn 6 and 7. Get back on the loud pedal. And this is a circuit that requires quite a lot of traction. There's a lot of chicanes, and then one really tight hairpin. Can't really count. Well, turn 2 you would say is kind of a hairpin. As Danny Hernandez now will hit turn 10 into the hairpin. Again, you're completely off the throttle. He's taking that in third gear, which is smart because you need all the traction out of these corners with how low speed, how a lot of these corners are low speed exit corners.
Yep, and like I say, you want to carry as much speed as possible down that long back straight, because that's where a lot of time can be won and lost. And I think he's maybe caught a bit of the Wall of Champions there, but Danny Hernandez completes his flying lap, and it's a 1:11.3. We'll see how that stacks up when everyone else puts their first time.
Ryan Hill's
gone second with 11.6. Got Boom 32 with a 12.3. William Neer on 11.9. So, and there we go. Cody Lawrence at 10.7. So, already, Adam, the pace is being set.
Yep, a 1:10.7. Danny Hernandez right now second quick with a 1:11.3. Legs stopped now. It looks like he's on pit exit here, so he's just waiting for guys to get by him here. Pit stops are going to be very interesting, I think, for a lot of guys tonight because of the pit exit coming right straight in the turn number 2. I think we're gonna see some argy-bargy action tonight, James, for sure.
Well, certainly, like always is the case, and passing at times is quite difficult around here. Unless that back straight, so we'll see how forceful people make the moves. You really need to commit if you are going to make a move. If you go half in, you're just going to hold up each other's trying to get through too wide through some of these corners, which just doesn't really produce a too wide line.
Well, we should mention that Kieran Fox is into second place. He had the second. He was the quickest second fastest sector. And Cody Lawrence had 2. What is happening here? Okay. Cody Lawrence was just having a leg spike there. That explained what was happening there. So, looks like that has resolved itself.
Yep. It does that. It's certainly one of those moments with online racing that when you don't really know what's going on, but Cody Lawrence is certainly trucking along nicely at the moment. And someone came out of the pits there with a head of steam.
That was Ryan Earl. He was flying out of the pits. He's 5th quick right now. He's trying to get another lap in with 9 minutes remaining here. And there's Kyle Doherty.
Yeah, as we've already seen, though, the traffic is kind of becoming a factor. Obviously, you got out of the way well there, but you know, it's if you look on the track map, you know, there's not a lot of free real estate for our drivers to work with when it comes to putting in a flying lap. So if you need to maximize, you basically need to maximize every lap here. If you've got a clean lap, you just need to maximize his. Is that Kieran Locke who's in the barrier there? Mika Locke, sorry.
Yeah, that was Micah Locke there.
From? Oh, Kieran Fox, that's what I'm thinking. Kieran Fox, Mika Locke. It's all the same to me, Adam.
Look at legs there.
A lot of things are the same. Yeah, legs throws it through the final chicane. That's another thing. You really need to eat as much curb as possible in some of these turns, and just that's how you get. You know, again, you gain tenths everywhere just through absolutely maximising how much of the course you're using, getting right up against the wall. You know, getting right up on the curbs, just doing everything you can just to eke that little bit more out of the time and try and get ahead of Cody Lawrence.
Go ahead.
I'll say it was the AC Max Verstappen.
Well, we're on board right now with Jerome, who is on a flying lap, green sector 1, so he's improving at least on his personal best time. He is 18th right now, and his fastest lap time wasn't even a lap, so he's looking.
So this is basically first lap.
Yep, first lap for him.
Yeah.
And he misses it.
Oh, Walker Champions, there we go. Kieran Fox has popped up into first, Adam. Just notice that. With a 10-point set, he's literally 0.034 ahead of Cody Lawrence. Lawrence is out on the lap at the moment. He's already set 2 purple sectors, so we'll see how long this lasts. Probably about 5 more seconds as he crosses the line. And Cody Lawrence is back in the lead by half a second.
By half a second.
You know what they always say? He took that personal. When he saw Kieran Fox take that pole position, he took that personal, and he got it back within seconds.
Yep, he has 3 purple sectors, so he was definitely on one on that lap. So
it was certainly. He basically made a very big statement there to anyone thinking they could challenge him today. Right there, 3 purple sectors, what a lap. We'll see. Has anyone got anything for him? Everyone else, though, you know, there's still a lot to play for, trying to get positions. Matt Chevry's still to set a lap of pace.
Yep, Matt Chevry needs to set a lap here. Danny Hernandez is only just right over a 10th off of Ryan Earl right now. And he is down sector 1, so that's turns 1, 2, 3, and 4. And he knows that he's down. Yep, he's given up. Also, all into this battle here is going to be William Neron. Had a really good lap last time.
Yeah, I'll say he set the 5th quickest lap, just ahead of Damien Hall and just behind Danny Hernandez. I don't know if he's actually going for a second lap here or if he's also on an out lap. But William Neron, P5 at the moment, he's usually up at the front, so we'll see what he can do today. So we can certainly challenge for those podium spots.
So we got 5 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in qualifying. And again, this is one of those tracks, it's a short out lap, so you can save until until pretty much almost the last second as Damien Hall coming through the final chicane. Oh man.
Bit low riderish, but he's actually stopped that lap. So I guess he wasn't happy with that.
Yeah.
Sorry, we mentioned Matt Chevrolet before. He has set a proper lap now, and he's in the P11 at the moment with a 1:12 flat. In fact, he's got the exact identical time to Leg Smith.
So timing is showing Chevry in 11th. On our screen, it's showing him 10th.
Ah. Well,
So
I suppose it depends who set it first. But
uh,
who knows? I guess we'll have to go on the game because the game's going to put him in 10th in that case. I would imagine it's not going to.
yeah.
So maybe there's some other decimal place it uses to decide if what we don't see. Apparently, iRacing do the same thing.
So
It's a random reference.
Boom 32 right now, 111.674, only a less than a tenth off of Damian Hall right now. He is looking for the money lap right now. Improve sector 1, which right now for him, he just has to improve. He doesn't need purple sectors, he just needs green sectors. And he is coming down into the hairpin, turn number 10.
Well, he's going a bit of traffic.
Yep,
But he might also get a bit of a slipstream down here if he plays it right. So, well, he doesn't really like to see the guy in front weaving.
No.
Hopefully Danny is seeing him. He does actually use a bit of slipstream there, so that's a smart move by being 32.
Down sector 2 for Boom 32, and final chicane. Boom 32 gets use all of the track there.
That's what you want to see.
That was beautiful.
Inch of that.
And he didn't even improve. He did not improve.
We enjoyed it, Adam. We enjoyed it, Adam. That's the thing. It doesn't matter whether he improved or not. We enjoyed it.
That was that was enjoyable.
That final chicane was nice.
So, Grant Warley.
Yeah, if he's on actual, I don't think he's on a lap here. I think he's either given up on this lap because he was impeded or he's not on the lap.
Let's see here. Fox, he is on a lap. Let's watch Fox here. Can he improve? No, he cannot. As he goes for a ride.
He's still got time. He's still got time for the run. Oh my word, there's something going on there. Danny Hernandez came across the car, took the grass to get out of the way.
Yep. And Danny Hernandez calls that. Oh, and William Neron has to kind of make a slight maneuver there to get around Danny Hernandez. Kind of, and that's the one thing about Canada.
It's getting very frantic now, and that's the thing. Like I said, the space available isn't great. And we're seeing a lot of people tripping up over each other at the moment.
Yep, and you're seeing a lot of guys resetting themselves to pit lane right now because they're not improving.
They're not improving. Also, like I said, it's a short lap, so you know if you've got 2 minutes left on the clock, you're going to get round in time to have one proper go at it. But Boom 32 now, I believe he's on a out lap.
Yep, Boom 32 still is on an out lap.
And Danny Hernandez now on the lap. He was in some trouble earlier. He was getting caught up in the carnage. I think there's a lot. You can see again on the track map how many people are in close proximity. I think they're all coming round trying to set that final lap. We've got Cody Lawrence and Kieran Fox out. Lawrence actually set 2 more purple sectors in an effort to really stomp home the field as he comes down to the final turn wall of champions. And he's certainly a champion, and he hits the walls just to prove he is a champion. And that's probably ruined his lap. Actually, no, he still sets a faster lap.
That was 110.2.
Which is insane. And that's also going to be it for Cody. He's not going to get round again. Got Kieran Fox out here. I think he's already done a lap, but maybe he's got enough fuel for 2. See if he can do anything on his second lap. His first lap wasn't too hot. Actually, the first lap was an out lap. I don't know why I'm saying that. To see first sector 51 seconds. So Kieran Fox, is he going to be able to usurp Cody Lawrence from that pole position in the dying moments of this session? Cody Lawrence won't be able to answer it. If he does, going towards... Oh, no. That's the end of that.
That's
Good night, Vienna.
Well, we got to be watching Danny Hernandez here.
We always seem to be watching Danny Hernandez. This lap, is he gonna improve? He's in P4 at the moment, Adam. He just needs to find 2 tenths to get around Ryan Earl.
Yep, and he's already improved sector 1, so he has gained time.
Sector 2 is down, but there's still a chance of improving here.
See, here he gets into the final chicane. He's going to have to throw it in here. Little bit of a bumpy ride.
That looked pretty nice. I don't understand why they keep moving over to the left lane. You usually just stick to that inside line.
Oh!
And he's
so close.
Just missed out. But two green sectors. It is an improvement, but not enough to improve his position.
Well, I
I
think
don't know if I think most people are done.
I was
By
gonna
the looks
say
of it now. I think Damien Hall is on a lap, but his first sector was down. So is the second sector, so I can't see him improving his position in fifth. In fact, looking through the board, no one seems to be making improvements on these final runs, if there is anyone still out there. But
yeah.
it looks like most people are finished.
Yep,
Maybe
everyone.
Sean Moriarty's finishing a lap.
Yep, everybody is pretty much down at this point.
Yeah.
But you know what that means? It's another Cody Lawrence poll.
Da, da, da. They should. I know they don't allow it, but they should probably just say, Cody, you can't qualify ever, and you have to start at the back. And you can do last to first challenges every week. But
Well, let's
Cody Lawrence on pole.
yeah, Cody Lawrence.
Ignoring that though, I mean, the rest of the field is very tightly packed, so we should see some great racing throughout the field today. It's just see what happens with Cody and see if he can give us some hope that he could be beaten. I'm sounding really down on this. I don't know why. I'm looking forward to this race, Adam, but it's just you know, you look at the standings at the start, and it's Cody Lawrence winning every week,
Yeah,
and he's on pole again.
yeah. Well, let's
Stay around, folks.
let's look at the lineup here on the poll for tonight's 35 lap race at Canada Circuit. Gilles Villeneuve, Cody Lawrence in P2, Kieran Fox, row 2, Ryan Earl, and Danny Hernandez. Row 3 in 5th and 6th place, Damien Hall and William Neron. In 7th place, Boom 32, and in 8th, Legs. 9th place is going to be taken up by Sean Moriarty, and in 10th, Grant Warley. Outside of the top 10 tonight, Elegance in 11th, 12th place, Matt Chevry, in 13th, Rebel Gales, and in 14th, Micah Locke, and in 15th, Jerome, and in 16th, Treaty, and in 17th, Gabriel Estrada, 18th, Kyle Doherty, and in 19th, Angela. So that is a look at tonight's lineup. 35 laps around Circuit Gilles Villeneuve.
Yep, and we're getting ready to start here, Adam. So, see if Kieran Fox can do anything off the line to get around Cody Lawrence. It's going to be his best chance.
Oh my, we have a lot of cameras.
Spend them all at once, Adam.
What's the normal view?
I think TV3 was a nice view.
TV3. All right. We'll use this for the starting camera. We may have to cycle through them when the race actually begins. But as you can see on the top of your screens, 10 seconds until lights out. And you'll see 6 lights go on here. 3, 4, 5, 6 lights on, and 6 lights will go out. And away we go as Cody Lawrence gets a good start. So does Kieran Fox as he's trying to pull away from Ryan Earl as they come into turn 1 here. It's going to be Kieran Fox into the second position with Damien Hall trying to go around the outside of Danny Hernandez. Danny Hernandez still pulls away, and William Neron now side by side with Damien Hall for the 5th spot. William Neron going to try and get into turns 3 and 4 and try and get the spot, and does not succeed there as Damien Hall now pulls away a little bit here, just a nose out in front, now dives down, almost tries to get into the back of Ryan Earl, does not happen though, but Danny Hernandez now up into the 3rd spot.
Yeah, it seems a pretty clean start, Adam. Everyone seems to have got away well. We have a car around, I think that's Boom 32.
Yep.
And Damien Hall. I think Damien Hall and Boom 32 have had incidents. They're both at the back now. But great start by Cody Lawrence. He's already put a second on Kieran Fox, who's managed to maintain his 2nd place, which he'll be happy about. But most of the people at the front are quite happy. There's got someone else around now. It's
Treaty.
Yeah, Treaty's gone too far at the airpin, and he's back down into 18th now. But Cody Lawrence is going to lead lap 1. being chased down by Kieran Fox and Danny Hernandez, and Ryan Earl in 4th, William Neron 5th. Seems to be of action further back. Damien Hull seems to have another incident with Gabriel Estrada.
Looking here, they're side by side, and Damien Hall trying to push around Treaty, and he finally gets by.
You weren't kidding about the argy bargy tonight, Adam. It's already started. Damien Hall had that incident at the start, and now he's trying to make his way back through the field. But it's not been an easy job so far. He's having to get the elbows out. Matt Chevry here. He's on the back of Elegance.
So, yeah, Matt Chevry already up a few positions. He's
about to lose one now. He got a horrible exit out of that chicane.
Oh, whoa. Elegance spinning it around there.
Jeez.
In the hairpin. How do you lose it around in the hairpin like that, sir? And that kind of disrupted this battle as Wehrle has moved up into 7th out of this. No, Matt Chevry now into 7th as we're side by side through the chicane. They make it through together, and Matt Chevry is able to drive away. DRS now enabled. You'll see that rear wing start to open in certain sections here. What is it? It's the
back straight and then the front straight, but it's just one detection zone. And then I don't know if they added a third one down this. Oh yeah, there's another one coming up after the chicane. So this should be the first DRS detection. Now, this one's very hard to actually get past on. This is more just to keep you maintaining your plate position.
Yep.
Or
get a little bit closer.
The back straight one is where you really want to make the moves, and then you get the bonus of then getting on the main straight after. So you get the move done, then you get the added advantage of just being able to pull away a bit further.
Well, this
one Neron is probably going to be the first chance to see this in action. He's got Ryan Hill right in front of him.
Yep. Here we go. DRS wide open here for William Neron. Legs doesn't have it. Okay, Legs does not have it, and William Neron tried to peek it down the inside to the chicane, decided against it. Now here comes William Neron again as they come into turn 1 here. William Neron, he's wanting to get by. He's even on the softer compound of tire.
Yeah, so he needs to make the use of them early. You could see there, he had a little thought about it twice, into the chicane and then into turn 1. I thought he was maybe going to throw it down the inside of turn 1, but like I said, he thought better of it. He's going to get another shot at DRS in a very, very short space of time. Legs has also managed to pull into this, so he's going to get the DRS as well. So, what Ryan Earl could end up having to defend from two separate positions. In fact, here we go. William Neron looking to get the move done,
and he got it.
Chicane, and he does do it, but he's now in fact, I think Legs might get him because Ryan Earl got a bad exit out of that chicane, but he's managed to hold on.
And here they come through the hairpin.
Now they come through the hairpin. Ryan Earl is now going to be on the offensive, and will William Neron be able to hold off?
Taking higher up view here of the back straight as they fall into.
Oh, look at that! That was easy. Taking candy for a baby there. I think Legs will be looking maybe to get him into turn 1 at this rate with a good exit here.
It's got to be that Red Bull mod that Ryan Earl possibly downloaded.
Possibly.
The Adrian Newey mod. That's what they'll call that. Oh, and contact
here
no! For P5, and
wow.
Guess who took advantage of that? Legs.
Legs gets away. Matt Chevry's he's into P5 now. That was a really late contact in the corner. I'm surprised by that. But William Neron and Ryan Earl both suffering there.
Well, here's a battle to watch out for. It's Danny Hernandez and Kieran Fox.
Yep.
This is the battle for second. Now, the one thing about this battle that's going to make this interesting is Fox was actually one of the people that told me, hey, the feel for this race is going to be something to watch out for. You won't be able to push flat out. So I'm wondering here, fuel saving strategies, especially if that's happening, if people have to fuel save.
I'd imagine, looking at the times, I mean, the 4 seconds off what they were doing in qualifying, they're probably making a bit of fuel saving effort right now. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a case of, if you do need to fuel save, when do you do that? And when do you decide to go on the offensive and maybe push for a position? And that's something our drivers are going to have to weigh up as this race goes on. So at the moment, maybe Danny Hernandez is quite happy to sit behind Kieran Fox, save a bit of fuel. Damien Hall here making work with Rebel Gales. But didn't get the pass done there. He's going to come up to the first DRS zone of the lap, so we'll see if he tries to make a move down into the chicane. We've already seen that once today. He's got a great exit there, and it looks like he might get this done even before we get there. He's done it before the braking zone. Look at that. Easy as you like. Damien Hall up to P10. He recovers back through the field. He was back in last at the start of the end of lap 1, Adam. So back in the points now. See how far he can get back up the field as this race goes on.
There's so many different camera angles. It's so hard to decide which one we gotta use to be able to cover everything. And Danny Hernandez has now finally gotten by Kieran Fox, but Kieran Fox trying to hang it around the outside. He'll stick behind now. Danny Hernandez. Again, I'm wondering how much this will help Kieran Fox with his fuel saving, because he can just sit behind Danny Hernandez. Obviously, they're pretty equal on pace so far.
Yeah, he'll be able to maybe just coast a little bit behind Danny Hernandez if he wants to. Just use the slipstream to just keep him in tow. And just save that little bit of fuel as it goes along. But I'll say this is going to be a race-long battle between Danny Hernandez and Kieran Fox at P2. Legs is 4 seconds behind this battle. He doesn't seem to make any headway. You got Matt Chevry there, another further 4 seconds back. So top 5 seems pretty set at the moment. Unless Ryan Earl can fight his way back after that incident with William Neron earlier in turn 1. I suppose the other thing we need to think about is how many pit stops people are thinking today, because we've seen this season, 1 stop, 2 stop. There's been a variety of strategies available and what you can make work. Pit loss time isn't very high here, so maybe it's worth taking the second stop if the delta and the amount of lap time you gain by having fresh set of tyres might make it worth it. Always doing 2 stops here. You've got a crossover move now between Elegance and Rebel Gales, but Gales held it on the inside and Elegance was pushed out wide and he wasn't able to get the move done. This is P11. Kieran Fox on the back of Danny Hernandez. Is he saving fuel? Is he just weighing up his options? Going to the airpin now. He's going to have the DRS. We'll see if he if he actually makes an attempt to get around Danny Hernandez, or if he just keeps the status quo and is quite happy just to save a bit of fuel. Though Danny Hernandez is doing a bit of weaving down the back straight to try and break the tow. Seems to have worked. Kieran Fox didn't even get close there, but Fox will get another dose of DRS down this front straight, but I don't think he's going to get close enough unless he fancies to dive into turn 1, which certainly doesn't. And so another lap, Danny Hernandez P2, Kieran Fox behind him P3. 6 seconds the gap between these two and the leader, Cody Lawrence, as we work in lap 9 now. And we just have to wonder when will the people start pitting and what kind of strategies we're going to see today. Because at the moment it seems pretty set in its ways, and we need to wait for see what happens with the pit cycle and who gets gains some time. In fact, Gabriel Estrada is the first one to pit, but he's got done for pit speeding violation as well during that. But here we go again. Kieran Fox, he's going to have the DRS down the back straight. Will he be able to do anything to Danny Hernandez? Let's see as he comes up to the DRS detection line now. He's half a second back. As you saw earlier, he can gain a lot of time with the DRS down here. He's only 4 tenths back, and Danny Hernandez didn't do any weaving this time, so he must feel pretty comfortable holding on. Great exit there by Kieran Fox. He's within 2/10. He might have his shot down into turn 1 now. He's looking for it. Danny Hernandez doesn't really defend it, but Kieran Fox didn't get close enough, or didn't in the end decide he wanted to take the risk. As these two continue to battle on. As we go through lap 10, these two, Danny Hernandez, Kieran Fox, nose to tail for the whole race so far. Further back, we've got.
Further back, we got Rebel Gales. Damian Hall he was making progress, and then he's lost a place. But I think we're seeing pit stops happen now, aren't we?
Yeah, we've had William Neron's DNF, by the way. Boom 32 is coming to the pits, and Estrada's coming to the pits. But at the front, no one's really made a move yet. So we'll see what happens once we get to the pit cycle. We've got, I think, Elegance and Rebel Gales going side by side into that chicane. But Rebel Gales has ended up in 10th, and then Elegance has gone to P9. So I think that's the thing, Adam. We just need to wait for these pit stops and see what happens there. See if that shakes things up in the midfield. But speaking of shaking up in the midfield, we've got Danny Hernandez and Kieran Fox coming up on some lap cars who are doing everything they can to get out of the way. One took to the grass, and another just parked at the side of the road. Kieran Fox very close here. Whether he wants to try and take a risky dive or not is another matter. He keeps thinking about it, but then he decides to be more sensible and try to pick his move carefully. This is the closest he's been going into the hairpin. So he might have a good shot down the back straight now if he gets a good exit through here. And it certainly looks like he has. Got probably a lap car right in front of these two. I think Danny Hernandez wish he was a bit closer because he would have been able to get a bit of DRS there. So we'll see. Kieran Fox, will he have a move down the back straight? He's looking on the inside. Is he gonna make the move? He has. I think Danny Hernandez, I thought he was going down the pit road, but he hasn't. He's just took a very late turn in there and really compromised his entry and exit. Legs is the first person in the front of the field to pit. He's pitted out of 4th. So we'll see what he does here in terms of tyre strategy and whether he's going to go for the 2-stop or 1-stop. And Elegance is also pitting now, so it looks like the front runners are starting to decide it's time to pit. And that's just about how the undercut works and if they can gain some positions, and also, like I said, what strategy they want to choose. Do they want to just make it a 1-stop race, or are they going to try for 2? I guess if you're starting on soft, so you're thinking maybe 2-stop, maybe a soft, medium, soft strategy. Danny Hernandez now, he's in DRS range at the detection point, I believe, so he's going to get a chance to close in a bit on Kieran Fox. I don't think he's going to be able to get enough to actually get past, but he should be able to keep himself in touching distance, unless these two decide to pit now. But no, they carry on for another lap. Both of them do.
Back here in the battle into the points right now is Jerome and Kyle Doherty. And again, Jerome just right there with the DRS. He'll get the DRS through the after the hairpin here. You see that white line, that's the DRS detection point, and here is when the DRS is active, and here we go. Jerome down the back straight, trying to get closer and closer. Not going to happen this time, but maybe we'll set up. No, they're both pitting.
Yeah, now they're racing into the pit lane. In fact, there's at least 3 cars going in there, I believe.
2 cars, it looks like.
2 cars. I think I just saw another one go past pits. Never mind.
Oh!
Danny Hernandez.
Tires? Tires are dead?
Possibly.
Probably.
We're checking.
Maybe. Ferrari, check this.
Well, that's good for Kieran Fox.
Yep, he'll be happy
He's
about
got
that.
a nice cushion now. Yeah,
Yep.
see, he's still not pitting. See if
No.
Danny Hernandez decides to pit.
Nope.
And yes, he
Fox did
comes
pit.
straight to the... Oh, man, he attacks that pit lane line. Oh, they're both in.
Yeah, they're both pitting. So Kieran did pit. It just was. It didn't look like it. It doesn't happen until they cross the pit line, which is way further
Okay.
down. That's why we saw Danny Hernandez absolutely smoking his tires. He's getting them removed anyway. It's okay if he flat spots them in the pit lane, right?
No, it doesn't matter at that point.
No
And you
matter.
have to... Again, you can gain a lot of time if you're very good at attacking that pit line. It's could be seconds sometimes if you really maximize hitting that mark. A lot of time to be gained and lost. Kieran Fox has come out 4 seconds ahead of Danny Hernandez, which was his closest rival. He got Sean Moriarty in front of him, who had a good debut in Baku last week.
Mm-hmm. Well,
that was his debut actually.
so let's talk about my comment earlier about this being a fuel-saving race. Obviously, in Formula One, no fuel stops, so you are not refueling the car, so you have to fuel save. How difficult is it to save a half a lap of fuel around this circuit?
It's because of the nature of the track. It is very difficult to find places to save fuel because you got a lot of low speed corners, so you're really having to throttle out of them, and also a couple of long straights. So this is why it's just such a high fuel usage circuit, and it's very hard to find places where you can really do a bit of lift and coast and save that time.
So one thing I want to mention there, Ryan Earl picking up a drive-through penalty for speeding into the pit lane. So that will hurt.
It will. Like I say, it's one of the last time at that pit line. If you get it just right, you gain a lot of time. If you get it just wrong, you get a 5-second penalty.
Well, this is more like a 30-second penalty because you're doing a drive-through. So you will be.
If you're going to have a drive-through, it's sort of like Spa with the Grand Prix pits. It's one of the better tracks to do it. It's not like Imola or something where it's like literally 35 seconds before you trundle through the pit lane. I think with the way you go in and when you exit the pits, the actual loss is probably like 12 to 18 seconds. Which, is still 12 to 18 seconds. It's going to hurt him and it might take him out of the points today. But again, it's one of these tracks where it's not as punishing as it could be compared to some other circuits on the calendar.
Well, we're through the first stop here, and based on when everybody pitted, I could see this being a 2-stop race.
Yeah, I'd imagine, like I said, a lot of go soft, medium soft. But I could also see a few people maybe just pushing the medium tire to the end from here. They've got people who went, like Cody Lawrence went 15 laps, 20 laps left. It's possible, but again, you have to commit early to that, Adam. If you're going to do 2-stop, you need to make sure you're maximising when to pit for that 2-stop to work. So as if you're on 1-stop, you need to, accept that you've gone past the point of no return, and you've laid your cards on the table, and you just have to try and manage those tyres to the end.
Legs here, catching Sean Moriarty.
Yeah, I believe Sean Moriarty's the only one not to pit so far, so...
Yep, he's the last.
This isn't actually a battle for position. It was basically tires versus no tires.
Well, Moriarty just got out of the way there, got onto the grass, and just allowed legs through, so no fight there.
It's a smart move. I mean, there's no point wobbling if you know you're doing different strategies. And it looks like Sean is going to go 1-stop, so I assume he's going to try and push these to 20-22 laps.
And Wehrle around the outside of Elegance will move up into the 9th spot. Seen a lot of moves around turn 1.
Yeah, more than I expected. It's usually a case of if you don't get done in the first part, once you push around that outside in the second, usually you get sort of pushed out onto the grass and have to relent. But we've seen some good moves, and obviously Elegance has been some right battles today, so he's having a very entertaining race for himself.
Matt Chevry, right now less than a second away from Sean Moriarty in his catching here. Has DRS, so he'll get to the back end.
It should be an easy move when it gets there. Matt Chevry obviously pitting, he's on the soft tyres as well. I'd say with him being on the soft tyres, he's thinking 2-stop. But we'll see how hard work it is going on Sean Moriarty. Obviously this is one of the sections it is hard to make a pass at him. So he might have to wait now until he gets to the DRS zone. He had a thought about it around the outside there. That would have been a very advantageous move. It should be easy through here. The traction alone should get him past at this point, and he's going to have DRS, so it should be a done deal by the time he get down to the bridge and he has to make the braking point. Look at that, easy as you like. But again, that's tyres versus no tyres. But Sean Moriarty, he's obviously on a different strategy to a lot of these fellow drivers. He seems to be sat on the one stop. I've seen a lot of other people either committed to 2 or are on the fence in order to see how it plays out. But looking back at that battle for 9th and 10th, that seems to be raging on. Elegance got back round around Real Eye. I'm just making names up now, Adam, sorry.
I think it's Warely. Lee.
Warely.
Lee.
Lee.
We're teaching an Englishman and how to speak English, American English.
Yes, exactly. That's what you do when it's like 2:40, 2:43 in the morning.
Yeah, yeah. It's how we got you in the dirt track racing.
No, that's because he's so... Oh, Elegance has gone round. That's going to be a free position.
He got up too high on that curb on the exit of turn 2 there, and now Warely has a gap.
Yeah, so again, these low speed, high traction zone corners, it's easy to light it up the rear and spin it round, as we saw there. So Warely gets away from Elegance, but will Elegance get the DRS? I don't think he did get the DRS there, so...
Nope.
I'm sure he'll work hard to get onto the back of him again. It's actually probably our closest battle on track, apart from Damien Earl and Ryan Earl.
Oh, well, things get bad to worse for Damien Hall. He's going to get a 3-second time penalty for an illegal DRS. He does have a 1.1 second gap between him and Ryan Earl right now. Yep.
He was also like 4 or 5 seconds behind the guy in front, so I assume he must have fat fingered the button. That's literally all I could think, because he was so far behind the guy in front. It's not even like you were like, oh, I'm on the close to the detection. He must have literally just caught the button, and it's giving you a 3-second penalty.
Yep. Have to be within that 1 second of a card in order to use that DRS. Doesn't have to be for position. It can just be any car. Yeah. And he, yeah.
Well, Ryan Earl's on the back of him now. But yeah, there's no protection from accidentally hitting the DRS in this car in this series, like with the F1 games, where if you don't get the beep, you just can't do anything with the button.
You can press that button as much as you want; it ain't opening.
Yeah.
Here, exactly. You press that button, it does open, and guess what? Our penalty system doesn't like you.
Oh, and this is gonna be a move. Got
around the outside. Ryan Earl gets over the curve. They're still side by side. Wow! Through the exit of the chicane.
They survive. They survive. And Damien Hall, is he going to hold on through this set of turns? Is he going to have the inside? No, he doesn't. Ryan Earl gets the move done. Damien Hall back down into P8. Ryan Earl up into 7th. Well, I don't know how they survived through the World Champions.
That
Or the
was
chicane. That was
a move.
close. Oh, it was a move. That was very close contact racing.
That deserves a clip, honestly. If anybody wants to clip that and post it in the chat, please. That would be. That was.
Yes. It needs to be done.
That was awesome. That
But we're getting close.
was.
Let's see if they can do it again. Get the
Yeah.
encore performance. Damien Hill's probably gonna have DRS after the hairpin.
Yep. He'll
And,
have
he likes
DRS.
that DRS button. So even if he didn't have DRS, he'd have DRS. He loves it.
DRS wide open for Damien Hall, trying to get back to Ryan Earl. I think he's a little bit
Quite
too
far
back.
yeah. It'd be a hell of a lunge if he tried to get down there. But he might have a shot into turn 1.
Yeah, he might now.
We haven't seen a lot with the DRS into turn 1 today. I mean, it's quite if you cover it off, but he hasn't covered it off, and Damien Earl's going to go steaming down the inside and gets the move done. Ryan Earl down into P7, Damien Earl in P6 now. But guess what, Adam? I can already hear them shouting encore because I'm sure Ryan Earl is going to have another shot at getting around him once we get back to the DRS detection points.
Yeah, let's do
Quite
that
outrageous
again.
Rages on here. Yeah, again, you know.
Again.
It's
Yeah,
like,
sure.
yeah. Why not?
I mean, granted, I will admit, good on Damien Hall not making a mistake there and slamming into the wall. He got close, but he did not hit that wall, and they both were side by side at the corner exit of that chicane, which you are not supposed to be side by side. Oh,
Damien Earl's made a mistake. I actually think he may have got the DRS there. I think he once he realised he made the mistake, he held back.
Oh,
Yeah, he has.
no,
That was quite a smart move.
No, Ryan
He
Earl
held
did.
back, got the.
Ryan Earl got the DRS. Damien
Oh,
Hall
they both?
did not.
Wait, so
He thought he did.
Second penalty.
He thought he did. Now he'll have the DRS.
No, because there's only one detection point, so.
On AC, it's 2.
Oh. Well. My bad.
Oh,
Match every comes out. No. That's the perils of that pit lane. But Matt Chevy also didn't need that. He's not really battling these two. Now he's stuck behind him. He did not need that. He didn't need to have that kiss from Damien Hall there. But the thing is now, Adam, it's actually given Ryan Earl a bit of a breathing room, and now we'll see if Damien Hall lets Matt Chevy through. See how good of teammates they are. Are they like Lando and Carlos Sainz, or are they going to be like Senna and Prost? We'll find out hopefully down into the final turn here. Chevy's quite far back, so I'm not sure that any move's going to get done if he does want to let him through.
I think it's more like a Lando, Danny Ricciardo.
Well, Damien Hill's pitted.
Okay.
So, we are getting to that point now, Adam. If you're going to do two-stop, this is probably when you might want to be doing it, and then you put your soft tyres onto the end.
Yeah, you're in the pit window at this point. Some guys are going to be waiting a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Guys who are going to get out, who are going to run the medium tire, are going to wait a couple more laps and then go in. Guys on the soft tire, they got to wait probably 2 more laps to get the most out of the soft tires.
It does feel that way. I mean, the only one who would know for sure is definitely one stopping is Sean Moriarty. He's only pitted 3 laps ago. Everyone else, they've got sort of 10, 12 laps on the tyres. It's getting to that point where, you're going to stick or twist. We've got Kieran Fox and Danny Hernandez and legs is in. So everyone is generally taking the 2-stop strategy here. I haven't really spoke about Kieran Fox and Danny Hernandez for a while. They were very close nose to tail at the start, but a spin by Danny Hernandez put him further back. He's not really managed to catch up to the back of Kieran Fox since then. He's had it pretty easy in second. Danny Hernandez seems quite happy to be third though. He's got a decent gap on legs. Looking at Matt Chevry at the moment. He's trying to chase down Ryan Earl. Chevry having made a pit stop. Ryan Earl 11 laps on his tyres, so he'll probably be in the pits soon. Cody Lawrence is making his final pit stop of the day. He is leading at a canter at the moment. He could probably stop for tyres, get out his car, have a cup of tea, and still come out in the lead. Matt Chevry not really making any gain on Ryan Earl, and he has got much fresher tyres. I don't know whether the damage he got from that incident with Damien Hall coming out of the pits has hurt his car enough, or enough to really affect its speed. Joe Moriarty on the soft tyres is going to run these to the end. I'd imagine so after taking the mediums for so far into the race. Facing down Whirly at the moment. Whirly, sorry. For P7. He looks like he might get the move done. It's very close. Okay, in fact, Whirly pits, so that's an easy position at that point. And the question is, will Joe Moriarty be able to come out in front of Ryan Earl if he pits? His strategy is working out for him quite well. He might finish up in the top 5 if plays his cards right. As Whirly makes his way back out onto the track, he's ended up behind Elegance, who was battling with earlier. So both of these are pitted now, so again, Whirly looking at the back of Elegance's car, which has been a bit of a common theme for him today. Final points paying position at the moment for Whirly. Let's see if he can make any headway and move up the field a bit. Kieran Fox, P2 at the moment, 16 seconds behind Cody Lawrence, 7 seconds ahead of Danny Hernandez. So it's all a bit of a Wednesday night cruise for him. I don't know why I said Sunday. I was thinking F1. Well, our top 3 seem pretty stable at the moment. Like I said, the battle earlier between Danny Hernandez and Kieran Fox was interrupted by a spin by Danny Hernandez into the hairpin, and he's never really recovered since then. And he seems to have just accepted he's where he's going to finish P3 today. He's got an 8-second gap to legs in 4th. So he just needs to keep it pointing in the right direction, not make any mistakes, and he should be able to lock up that podium position.
And Kyle Doherty, 5 seconds penalty for speeding out of the pit lane.
Is that his second one today?
No, that was Ryan Earl.
Oh yeah. I know there's a few people.
Well,
It's all got a bit static at the moment, Adam. Everyone seems to be running their own little race. Got Mick Lock and Jerome fighting for 12th and 13th. Closest battle on the field, but obviously no points on offer there, just pride. Whirly is starting to eat into Elegance's into Elegance's lead though, so Whirly might fancy a chance at least getting up to P9 by the end of this. But apart from Ryan Earl, everyone in our top 10 is pitted, and we'll see if Ryan Earl actually does pit. I have a feeling he's going to go to the end now, Adam. 14 laps on his tyres, and it's kind of past the point where you probably want to pit.
Yep.
There's certainly someone who looks like he's laid his cards out on the table. He's just going to try and nurse those tyres to the end and do the one stop. Got a good gap on Sean Moriarty, who's another one who's done one stop, but I think 2 stop is probably the better strategy today. And I guess the only other thing we need to worry about is how is the fuel being for our drivers? Is anyone on the limit? And that could change everything in the final couple of laps. After saying Ryan Earl probably won't pit, he's now pitting.
he heard you while driving and said, "You know what? I'm going to pit just to prove him wrong."
Yeah, well, you have to do that to your commentators sometimes.
True. You do.
You do. So Ryan Earl is going to come out in probably P7 or P8, battling with Damien Hall and Sean Moriarty. But he's going to have that tyre advantage on him, so you see how far up he can get in these final 6-7 laps. Whirly though, looking down the inside of Elegance. Oh, that looked very much like he was diving for the inside. I think they've got Cody Lawrence behind him at the moment. He's coming up to lap them, so that's going to put paid to their battle, but it also affects Cody Lawrence because he does not want to get involved in a pointless incident. He'll have flashbacks to Monza if that happened again. So he's gone through Whirly, so that's one of the lap cars cleared, and obviously that's affected Whirly. He's putting a bit further behind Elegance. We'll see how Elegance does in terms of letting Cody through, and if that can pull Whirly back into a sort of DRS range. Oh, Ryan Earl's pitted.
Again.
So what's happened here?
Not sure, but... Oh, tires.
He must have forgot something.
I think he meant to go on the softs.
But even... Unless he had to do it for high compound rule, I would have just stayed out at that point. He's now dropped behind Elegance and Whirly. And Damien Hall, so all of a sudden, Ryan Earl's dropped down to 10th.
No, he's just fighting for a place in the points, and luckily there's a big gap, though.
I'd say, yeah, the top 10 are pretty locked in. Rebel Gale's in 11th, and he's 58 seconds back, so that's almost a lap behind the top 10 alone, so... Like 2 different class racing at the moment, Adam. I mean, it always is like that with Cody Lawrence, but, you know, there's maybe 3 classes out there. So we're watching Danny Hernandez, P3, and under no pressure for that P3. He just needs to get through these final few laps and he can have that podium.
Oh, Whirly is caught up here to Elegance.
Oh, yeah. I assume Cody Lawrence being lapped has put him out there. Elegance got the inside. Will Whirly have a chance on through turn 2? He doesn't. Elegance covers that off nicely. He just has to do that a few more times, Adam, and he can hold on to that P8. But it's also brought Ryan Earl into play. We have a 3-car battle here, 8th, 9th and 10th in the closing laps here. Ryan Earl with far superior tyres. You see a lap car getting out of the way of this battle.
He saw this battle and went, I'm out.
Yep. Well, that's what you like to see, Adam. You don't want to see lap cars getting involved in people racing for position. So we'll see if Ryan Earl can get a move done. Obviously, the only problem with Ryan Earl here is Elegant. Whirly's going to have DRS as well as Ryan, so...
Oh, and a bad run out of the corner for Whirly. Out of the hairpin.
Yeah, it was. And like I said, Ryan Earl's fresher tyres, that much better traction. But Whirly around the outside, he certainly gave it a go, Adam. He wasn't giving that up easy. But Ryan Earl up to P9 now, looking at P8. But Whirly had a thought about coming back into turn 1, didn't quite get the move done. So now Ryan Earl, can he get onto the back of Elegance, get that P8? That's probably going to be as far as he can get today. And Whirly, of course, he'll be wanting to get back onto the Elegance. He was right on his gearbox, just a few laps to go, but then he dropped back. But the laps are winding down, Adam. He hasn't got a lot of time to improve his position.
Well, the beginning of the race, it seemed like everybody would have been pretty close together, but it looks like Ryan Earl is going to try and get up into P8 here, and DRS wide open for Ryan Earl. He's going to go side by side in the chicane. Oh, goes over the curb and woof. Gets a bad exit though, and Elegance is going to come back. Yep, he loses it.
He's lucky he didn't lose more than that.
Luckily, he didn't actually go flying into the wall.
That was a great exit out of two, and he's going to get him on the inside here. But that's not a too wide corner. Elegance there with a very, big shove. But Ryan Earl's got the move done. He's up into P8. And again, this is brought Whaley back into play. He's going to have a shot at Elegance. You can see Ryan Earl pulling away. He's got the fresher tyres. He might be able to get away the next few corners and maybe get out of the DRS zone, drive a hairpin. But really, Elegance needs to be looking at Whaley, because that's the battle. And that's been the battle for most of the race for these two. P8, P9, P10. And it's extra point on the line if you get this move done. That might have helped Elegance. He's got DRS. That's going to, and in fact, he's on at the back of Ryan Earl. He might have thought he might have shot there. So Ryan Earl's not pulling away from these two, but look at this. Whaley, he went for the inside. Elegance covered that off, so he's gone to the outside, and the touch again, and Elegance has spun. Whaley gets through. He's in P9. Elegance down to P10. That was a very aggressive move, Adam. Bumping and banging his way.
Well, we are on the final lap here, and now this is when the fuel becomes kind of the question. It was about a half a lap of fuel that you had to save.
Well,
so
if Cody Lawrence runs out, I will probably laugh.
I will too, because he would be the one person that could save and wouldn't have any problems losing positions. But it's the rest of the field, right? It's the rest of the field you got to be concerned about. And looks like everybody right now is going to be able to make it. Guys who are lap down should make it.
But yeah, they'll be happy. They went a lap down.
Yeah.
They need skill save then.
Well, there we go. For Cody Lawrence, he'll win tonight. And Ryan Earl will finish 8th. Micah Locke 12th. Jerome 13th. Kieran Fox, who will come into the chicane here, and he'll cross the line. He will come home to another second place finish. That will be his 4th in a row for Danny Hernandez. Now he'll make it onto the podium tonight for the 4th time this season. Legs, another top 5 finish from Legs. He had 2 Legs. Where did Legs go on my sheet here? So I gotta look for Smith. Yes, this is his 4th top 5 finish. So this season, Matt Chevry will be in 5th. Damian Hall, he got all the way up to his qualifying position, I think.
Yeah, he took Sean Moriarty quite late in the race, and it was a good recovery drive. Like I say, it was in plumb last at the end of lap 1, and he had an adventurous afternoon. I think he's finished 1 slot behind where he started, but either way, with how his lap 1 went, to get back up into P6 is a good recovery drive there, Adam. But Cody Lawrence wins again.
Yeah, Cody Lawrence, once again, he's now 6 wins in a row now this season, and nobody has been able to beat him. So last week, Charles Bertrand was pretty close, but again, Cody Lawrence, very consistent, and got it across the line again tonight. But that means we go on to next week already.
So usually what happens, Adam, you go to next week and Cody Lawrence will win again, and we'll be like, why Cody? Why? let the other kids win.
Let the other kids win. Well, we're on to Pineda, or Pineda?
Pina colada.
Pineda? I don't know, some other a new circuit, so we'll get the...
Let me have a look. I want to look what this is called.
It may be a fictional track, too. Careful.
I assume it is. Yeah, Pineda.
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 Pineda. Pineda.
Pineda.
All right, one of the
Pinata.
two. We'll get the right pronunciations. Could be pajamas.
Oh,
who
we don't
knows?
do pronunciations here, Adam. You know that.
True.
I just make things up as I go along.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but that's
It works. It works. That's the main thing.
But that'll be next Wednesday, August 7th. That'll be round 7. And then we have one more race in this block here on August 9th at the Nürburgring. So 2 more weeks before we hit another break week. So final thoughts, James.
Cody Lawrence needs to let other people win.
All right.
It's my final thought. No, I mean, like, taking away, like, there was some very good racing there tonight. You know, the battles on the track were good throughout the field. It's just every week we just wonder, is anyone going to challenge Cody Lawrence? And no one's stepping up to the plate at the moment, unfortunately. I assume he must be able to win the title next week.
Yeah, next week I think he pretty much
close.
seals it.
I mean,
So-
Kieran's doing a good job. You know, he's finishing P2, but it's the same with what happened with Mark Levine last year. You know, he just always finishing P2. He just is too unrelenting.
Yeah.
Don't
Well,
be a Cody Lawrence.
Well, that will do it for our coverage here tonight of the ARC ACF1 division here. We'll see you next Wednesday night for more racing action here at Apollo Racing Club. Make sure to hit follow on Twitch and head over to YouTube to catch up on all the action at Apollo Racing Club. For James Williamson and everybody here at Apollo Racing Club, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next week here for ACF1.